Savannah Chrisley hopes parents will be home by summer. Savannah Chrisley is hopeful that her parents will be able to come home this summer. Todd and Julie Chrisley were charged with tax fraud in 2022. Savannah has been taking care of her younger siblings and is ready for her parents to come home. She has been advocating for them and wants to get them home as soon as possible. She feels like the system is unfair and is having trouble accepting all they are going through. Savannah Chrisley to become a lawyer. Savannah Chrisley has been such an advocate for her parents and has learned a lot about the legal system. It seems as though her two younger siblings, Chloe and Grayson, want her to go back to school to become a lawyer. This could be a possibility if her parents get to come soon. However, she cannot go back to school when she is taking care of two children on her own. Could they be home in late summer? Savannah thinks it is a great possibility that her parents could come home in the summer. It is unknown if this is a true possibility or if Savannah is just hoping for the best. However, she has been getting to know all of the legal things about their case and could know something fans don't. They have already gotten their sentences reduced once before. Could it happen again? It seems as though Savannah is hopeful they will be home this year, which is a major cut on their sentences. However, this could just be what she wants, and it may not happen. The two will not be the most supported people when they come home, but family is all that matters to them. With Savannah having to help raise Chloe and Grayson, the two are more than likely ready to have their normal lives back. Savannah Chrisley had always been known for her resilience. It was a trait she wore like armor, forged through the fiery trials of her family's public ups and downs. But even for someone as tough as Savannah, the past year had tested her limits. As the morning sun seeped through the blinds of her Nashville apartment, she closed her eyes for a moment, letting its warmth sink into her skin. Today was another day of waiting and hoping, a day she hoped would inch her family closer to being whole again. The world knew Savannah Chrisley as the glamorous daughter of Todd and Julie Chrisley, reality TV stars whose empire of laughter and luxury turned into a whirlwind of courtroom drama. With her parents' legal battles culminating in their imprisonment, Savannah was forced to step up, not just as a sister to her younger brother, Grayson, and guardian to her niece, Chloe, but as a pillar holding together the fractured pieces of her family. As she sipped her morning coffee, her phone buzzed with a notification. It was an article headline: Savannah Chrisley hopes parents will be home by summer. It was the statement she made during a recent podcast interview, one that had been picked up by outlets far and wide, turning her words of hope into headlines that gleamed with both sympathy and scrutiny. Savannah leaned against the counter, a bittersweet smile tugging at the corners of her lips. The world could never quite understand the mix of emotions that brewed inside her. Yes, she hoped her parents would be home by summer, a hope so fierce that it kept her awake at night, staring at the ceiling, listening to the clock tick through the silence. It was the hope that drove her to fight for appeals, consult lawyers, and navigate a maze of legal jargon that seemed designed to test her patience. But beneath that hope was the deep ache of longing. The house felt different without Todd's booming laughter echoing from room to room, or Julie's gentle hum as she cooked their favorite meals. The Chrisley home, once filled with the energy of love and playful arguments, now felt like a museum of memories haunted by absence. Savannah shook herself from the melancholy, glancing at the clock. It was time to get Chloe ready for school and ensure Grayson was on top of his assignments. Though just in her mid-20s, Savannah had become the matriarch of the household, juggling responsibilities she hadn't anticipated. Yet, as challenging as it was, there was something grounding about it too. It gave her purpose, an unyielding reminder of why she couldn't give up. "Come on, Chloe, breakfast is ready," Savannah called, a playful lilt in her voice. The little girl bounded into the room, her dark curls bouncing and eyes sparkling with the innocence that Savannah fought so hard to protect. "Do you think Nana and Papa will call today?" Chloe asked, her voice soft but hopeful. Savannah's heart tightened. Calls from the prison were unpredictable and brief, lifelines that barely skimmed the surface of their shared longing. "I hope so, sweet girl. But even if they don't, they're always thinking about you." "They love you so much," she said, pulling Chloe into a hug. The day unfolded as most days did, a blend of school drop-offs, work meetings, and managing household chores. But throughout the business, the thought of summer glimmered like a lighthouse guiding her through the fog. The possibility of her parents' return wasn't just a personal wish. It was a symbol of resilience, of a family refusing to be broken by circumstances. It was the fuel behind Savannah's fierce advocacy and her refusal to be silenced by doubt. That afternoon, Savannah sat in her makeshift office, sorting through papers related to the appeal. The legal language was dense, every sentence a puzzle that needed untangling. But she had become good at it, better than she'd ever wanted to be. On days like today, she missed being just Savannah, the carefree fashion enthusiast with dreams of launching a beauty line, the girl who laughed easily and planned brunches without a shadow looming over her. But those days felt far away now, buried beneath the weight of her reality. She glanced at a photo on her desk. The whole Chrisley clan during a summer barbecue, Todd in a wide-brimmed hat cracking a joke, while Julie pretended to scold him. It was one of her favorite memories, an image that encapsulated their essence before the storm hit. A knock on the door pulled her from her reverie. It was Grayson, his tall frame and serious eyes betraying the boyishness he was too quickly outgrowing. "Hey, Sav, you okay?" he asked, his voice more measured than it used to be. She nodded, mustering a smile. "Just thinking about summer. Hoping you know." Grayson's gaze softened. He was young but wise in ways that both comforted and saddened her. "Me too," he said simply before stepping back into the hallway. That night, after Chloe and Grayson were asleep, Savannah settled on the couch with a cup of tea. The city outside her window buzzed with life, but inside, the silence was palpable. She took a deep breath and picked up her phone. There was a new message from her dad. She opened it eagerly, her heart pounding as she read his words. "We're so proud of you, sweetheart. Hold on to hope. Summer is coming." Tears welled up in her eyes, not from sadness, but from the overwhelming mix of love and longing. Savannah leaned back, letting herself believe, even for a moment, that they were on the brink of better days. The path was uncertain, and the fight wasn't over, but hope was a stubborn ember that refused to go out. With summer on the horizon, she made a silent promise to herself and her family. They would weather this, as they had weathered so much before. And when the season of warmth finally arrived, she would make sure that no matter where her parents were, they would feel the unbreakable bond that held them together.